All right, let's talk AI tools. In this massive, exploding world of AI, picking the right one is everything. Today, we're digging into two major players, Atypica and Claude projects. It really comes down to this. Are you using a generalist for a specialist's job? Let's figure out which tool is the right one for what you need to do.
So you get your hands on a tool like Claude Projects, and it's awesome, right? You're organizing your work, summarizing docs, and then you start thinking, hey, wait a minute, could this thing do my user research for me? It's a question I hear all the time from product managers, from consultants. I mean, it seems like it could work. You can ask it to role play, have a conversation, but is that really research? And that brings us to this quote, which just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. Yeah, you could technically type out interview notes in a spreadsheet. But would you? Of course not. You'd be missing all the nuance, the structure, the efficiency of a proper tool. This one idea, using the right tool for the job, is really the key to this whole conversation.
To really get why, you've got to look at how these two AIs were built from the ground up. This isn't just about a list of features. It's about their core philosophy. What we're really looking at here is a tale of two AIs. One is designed to be your super smart assistant, and the other is built to be your personal research lab.
Okay, first up, Claude Projects. The best way to think about this tool is as your team's AI brain. Its absolute superpower is working with information that you feed it, all your reports, your code bases, your project briefs, and with that massive 200,000 token context window, it can basically read and remember a 500-page book for every single conversation. It's all about the info you already have.
Now, Atypica is coming from a totally different angle. It's not a knowledge assistant, it's a research lab. It's built for one thing, to generate brand new insights you don't have yet. So instead of working with your documents, it taps into this incredible library of over 300,000 AI personas that are all trained on real-world behavioral data. It's for discovering the unknown.
So you've got the assistant versus the lab. It's a pretty clear difference in philosophy. But let's get practical now. Let's pop the hood and see how their core functions really stack up when you put them side by side.
And the first place we have to start is memory. Honestly, how an AI remembers things defines almost everything it can do for you. One has a memory built for documents, the other, it has a memory built for people. And that one little distinction, well, it changes the entire game.
So look at what they're actually remembering. Claude Projects remembers your documents, right? This creates a persistent context for your work, which is awesome. But Atypica's memory is rooted in its personas. This means the product manager you talk to today is going to have the same core behaviors and biases as the one you talk to next month. And for real research, that consistency is absolutely non-negotiable.
You know that fundamental difference in memory? It leads directly to a massive difference in how they can handle research. Which brings us right back to our original question. Which one can actually do the job of user research?
In this table, this really says it all. When you use Claude for research, you're asking a general AI to improvise. You're telling it, hey, pretend to be a user. And that can be great for a quick brainstorm. But Atypica isn't improvising. It's executing a systematic research plan. It uses specialized agents and those pre-trained personas that are grounded in actual data. That's the real takeaway here. Improvisation versus systematic execution.
Okay, so they work differently. But what do you actually get at the end of the day? What does the deliverable look like? Is it just a wall of text from a chat? Or is it a finished, polished report? Let's check out the outputs.
With Claude, you get conversational output, a chat log, maybe a code snippet, a drafted piece of text. And the quality? Well, it's 100% on you. It's only as good as the prompt you write. Atypica, though, is built to give you business-ready artifacts. We're talking executive summaries, data dashboards, even audio podcasts of the research findings. They're structured, they're standardized, and they are ready to be dropped right into a stakeholder presentation.
Okay, so we've looked at the deep differences in their design, their memory, their process, and what they spit out at the end. That brings us to the most important question. When should you use which tool? Let's make the call and break down the perfect use cases for each.
So when is Claude Projects your go-to? You should reach for Claude when the answer you need is already somewhere in your documents. You need to summarize a massive report? Perfect. You want to build a shared knowledge base for your team? That's its sweet spot. Drafting marketing copy, writing code, analyzing text you already have? That's Claude all day. For that kind of versatile knowledge work, especially on a budget, it is an absolute powerhouse.
But what if the answer isn't in your documents? What if it doesn't even exist yet? Well, that's when you turn to Atypica. You use it to validate a new product idea before you spend a dime on development. You use it to dig in and really understand the why behind what your users do. And you use it to do all of this at a scale and speed that, let's be honest, traditional research just can't touch.
Now here's the pro move. The really smart teams aren't picking one or the other. They're using both. There's this incredibly powerful hybrid workflow that plays to the unique strengths of each tool, creating this streamlined, super efficient process.
So picture this. Step 1. You start an atypica. You throw a bunch of your early concepts at your target personas to find out which one really has legs. Step 2. You take those rich findings over to Claude Projects. You feed it the research report and use it to flesh out detailed specs, draft marketing copy, the whole shebang. And then, for step 3, you can take that super refined concept back to Atypica for one last round of validation. It's this beautiful cycle: insight, refinement, and then confidence.
And hey, this isn't just some theory. Let's look at a real-world example. There was a management consulting firm that started using this exact hybrid model to test out their big strategic recommendations for their clients.
So what happened? By using Atypica first to stress test their strategies and then using Claude Projects to build out the winning plans, they saw a 40% reduction in their strategy development time. I mean, just think about that. They almost cut their project timelines in half, and at the same time, they massively increased their clients' confidence in the final plan. That is a huge, huge impact.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Take a look at your own AI toolkit. Is it built for the right job, or is it just built for the job that's right in front of you? Because using the right tool for the job isn't just about being more efficient. It's about the quality and ultimately the confidence you have in every single decision you make.